Balls, to the channel where I come together with a few other individuals and we discuss games, we do discussions, we talk about things going on, and we just have some rather crazy video game related fun here in the office. Normally we have Natalie here and Dan, but today it's just Dan, and the reason for that is quite simple. We're going to talk about the Activision Bungie split and our opinions on it. Natalie doesn't play Destiny 2, but Dan has been streaming it recently on his channel, twitch.tv/DanTStreamer, if he keeps that name.
For now.
And I have been playing it on the side just to kind of play with him and keep up. As the time of recording this, what is your light level? So we have a little reference here.
I am 620-ish.
Okay, and I am 570. And what light level is where you currently stand in the game.
It's your item level.
Yeah, when you hit cap in the game, you're about 500 light level. And going higher than that normally is repeatedly playing the game, repeatedly doing the content, and things like that. So, and you're currently doing the current DLC, Black Armory, right?
I am just now getting into the Black Armory because I just reached the light level where it's not impossible.
Okay.
But I do a lot of like the daily stuff, the new area, the Dreaming City. So pretty much a lot of the new content that came out in Forsaken.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's where we currently stand in the game, just so you have understanding of where we are with the Destiny and the Bungie and all that other stuff. So, okay, so news has broken that Bungie is splitting from Activision.
Yes.
And what you linked to me was explaining how it differs from the Halo, so I'll explain that.
Oh, okay.
Or do you want to?
I mean, I read through both of the articles I sent you.
Why don't you explain that one? Because I have
So the biggest difference between this Activision...
real quick, for those of you guys who don't know, Bungie originally created Halo.
Yes.
And when they wanted to move away from Halo, Microsoft didn't want them to, so they let Bungie leave, but they took Halo. That's why Microsoft now makes it with 343 Studios. Bungie, the original creators, went on to make Destiny.
And that's the portion of the story with Microsoft, and how it differs from the Activision is that the split up, they get to keep Destiny.
Yes.
So Microsoft, they got to keep Halo while Bungie left. That was their deal. And this one, Activision and Bungie split up, and Bungie gets to keep Destiny. The biggest thing, a lot of the reasoning behind it was the original deal with Bungie and Activision it was a 10-year deal. Every other year they would come out with a new game, and the years between that would be major DLC drops.
Yeah.
Obviously that didn't happen since we're about, I want to say, 8 years into that deal, and we've only had 2 games but multiple patches. So a lot of what's going on is the article said it best. Activision is not the villain. Bungie is not the hero. They both split up for their own reasons of working together wasn't working well for the game itself and for Activision as a whole. This has led to, I mean, I believe you said it, that when this was announced, there was champagne being popped at the Bungie offices, which kind of shows that they were not happy with what Activision was making them do with the game. And that's kind of been, that they haven't been quiet about that. That Bungie's wanted to do certain things, but Activision, being the ones funding them, have not wanted to let them do that. And so this was a mutual split up kind of thing. This, however, led into Activision being investigated now by... for security fraud. Investigation was started by the investors who, after a lot of recent events, including this Bungie split up, Activision's stock has been plummeting.
Oh yeah.
But they've
also had issues in general with the Call of Duty situation.
They've had a lot of that. They've also been having situations where apparently Activision Blizzard is buying out employees while also constantly changing their higher-ups of people wanting to leave and get out of that company. Like the CEO now, I think, got like a $15 million bonus this year. Did you forget to put in your mic this whole time?
I'm probably picked up by it no matter what.
You probably are, and luckily this has been one of the few that I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, that, and I'm aimed right at it still regardless.
Benefits of Benny being loud. I didn't even realize. I thought you had plugged it on.
Benefits of me being able to talk through walls.
Yeah, they probably recorded it from mine easily. But yeah, that's kind of everything that's been going on with them, and there's been a lot of A lot of iffy stuff going on at Activision Blizzard with recent Overwatch controversies with a whole, we're not going to go into it now, but a Overwatch League contenders, a team hiring on a player without actually having their full background information and then refusing to...
That was hilarious.
It was the whole Ellie situation, that it was a Smurf account by a guy who was pretending to be a girl on this account and getting recruited by a team, and then everyone freaking out and wondering the legitimacy of the account, but the team not releasing all the official information, which made everyone go, wait, what can we believe? What's going on here?
That was just, I don't know where it ended. I was reading that as it was unfolding and the discoveries are coming out. And then of course you get swamped with all the videos that are just trying to bash the whole situation. And I'm like,
and that was the entire, that was the claimed entire purpose, was the character, or the player who that was their Smurf account was named Punisher, and he was doing this as a social experiment.
Supposedly,
to see what, but let's be honest, he probably just got afraid that he got caught and then just...
That's exactly what I think it was, because, well, from what I understand, so yeah, Dan explained the situation. From what I understand, what I was reading as this was unfolding, he was getting picked up by a lot of like women first kind of thing, like women power, this girl made it. And supposedly wasn't expecting that kind of a response. And then of course it was a social experiment to see what would happen. And it's so much what if and whatever. I just found it hilarious that they recruited this player, made a big deal about recruiting this player. And then it's like, well, that player doesn't exist. It's a Smurf account.
Exactly. And so that started a huge controversy of what do they do in the background checks, and this adding on to all of this stuff with a lot of racism in the Activision Bungie offices, a lot of sexism stuff, people getting bought out from their jobs, all that. They are going weird, so there is that investigation into fraud, of security fraud, of what's going on over there, because investors are like, hey, we're losing a lot of money because you guys are making stupid decisions. But reversing back to the main topic of Activision and Bungie splitting up.
We're just going to name this video, Activision's Burning Down.
Yeah. Goodbye, Activision. It was not that nice.
You got to keep in mind the other controversies they've been on, though. Like releasing for $1 a red dot in Call of Duty.
I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about that? Call of Duty came out with it was 100 CP points, and it was a red dot. Red dot for your reticle. That's all it was. It cost $1.
Isn't that the standard?
That's what I thought. But like apparently it's like a little bit bigger. I don't know.
God.
So like they just had so much bad press recently.
Yeah, that's bad. I did not even hear about that. But $1 for a red. Oh my God.
The fact is they have so many controversies like every other day at this point. It's like you just get
a lot of what it sounds like they're doing is like, we need to gather money before we have to shut down. So we got to make sure we get a lot of money before that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're getting sued because we're causing our studio to get shut down.
Which is another, now there's also investigations into fraud, which we looked into at the time of recording this video. We're going off information we have on Monday, January 14th. So if something big breaks on the 15th, this will probably go out probably the 16th. So if something happens between those two, I apologize. We were waiting to see if more information would come out on Monday.
And it only got announced like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And even in the article, they're just like, they're getting investigated. Here's some stuff that's going on. We know nothing else.
And we probably won't with an investigation for a very long time.
Oh, no.
Because you can't talk about it until the investigation's open and done and we're suing.
You can't announce what you're doing to allow people to start trying to cover it up. But so in regards to the splitting up, I'm actually, as a Destiny person who loved Destiny 1, Taken King, and when it originally first came out, I enjoyed it.
No, I like Destiny 1, I like Taken King, and I like Destiny 2, and I think we agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Destiny 2 when they got to Forsaken, because they took a long...
I liked the first. I like when it first came out. We had a lot of fun.
First came out until we hit the level grind. Then all of us were kind of like,
Not really that fun, but I give them credit. They did a lot of work on the story and the cinematic presentation. The gunplay felt really good. It just got very repetitive because they didn't allow much difference between things. And I hear that was because they were aiming for PvP, which
it didn't feel like they did.
I stand by my statement on this. I do like Destiny 2. I do enjoy it. But I'm not playing Destiny 2 for PvP. If I want to play a shooter, which is what Destiny 2 has turned the PvP into, I'm going to play a real one like Call of Duty. Destiny 1 felt great because it was the wild and crazy powers and guns going crazy. But when you're just trying to level it all out so it's just a regular shooter in a Destiny skin, I'm going to play Call of Duty, then I don't care about that.
And it doesn't always work because it's like, oh, we disabled your levels and your abilities. Well, they didn't actually disable that. But the individual guns that are very special that have individual things are still active. So you have to have certain guns to be able to overpower other people with the exact same type of gun. But anyway, I'm enjoying it. I now, back in Forsaken, I am loving the game. I'm really enjoying it. And I think this whole Bungie splitting up is going to be a good thing for the game because I think they're going to finally get to do what they want without having to be under the Activision time schedule of you need a new game every other year. You need huge DLC on these things. Like, it seems like Bungie, based on the roadmap that they released, it seems like they have much more of an idea to go. Instead of going, we're going to have a new game soon or a new huge patch, it's more of them going, hey, this month you're going to be getting these new types of quests, this PvP rotation, this new exotic quest, this armory opening up. Next month you're going to keep all that, but you're still going to get stuff on top of it. And I feel like it's more of the progression that an MMO style game
should be.
It should be, yeah. And I think Bungie getting a hold of it is going to be good for the franchise. I was actually saying this on my stream. I am in the boat of I don't want Bungie to go, hey guys, now we're going to do Destiny 3. I think that would be a bad decision on their part. I think right now they need to go, hey, we do currently have Destiny 2. We're going to do a couple more things to show you that in our hands, Destiny is going to be better. Then do Destiny 3, as opposed to going, hey, we've been doing this, you know how it is when we were under Activision, but now you're gonna have to buy a whole new game and just trust us that we're gonna be able to do it right. Which I think is a very iffy decision because for the past almost 10 years, it hasn't been Bungie being able to do what they want. We have the nostalgia memory of what they did with Halo, but they haven't done that in a long time. A lot of that staff has rotated out of the company. Like, there's a lot of things that have changed, and I think they need to work on Destiny 2 to kind of polish it up, add some new stuff, make people go, oh, that's right, Destiny in Bungie's hands is good. Now I want Destiny 3, where it's a Destiny fully in Bungie's hand. I don't think they should jump into, hey, Destiny 3, trust us, we're going to do it right this time. Because I think that's a risky bet.
You said it was a risky bet like 4 times. Let's let you run your course there, buddy. So going back 5 minutes ago, here's what I think is going to happen, and then we can go into the potential Destiny 3.
I thought I was...
No, you were doing fine.
I thought I was being concise, but I guess not.
No, you were. You were. I just found it funny because you went through like all of the questions I was going to ask you before I could ask you. So now I have to try and condense everything. I got to compete with Dan. I'll talk for 7 minutes. Here we go.
13? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm only giving you a hard time. No, in my opinion, as a player who's not currently like as engrossed into the game as Dan, and who's been kind of following the situation, so we already know the DLC pack is coming out. We already know what they're doing with the season pass. So that's not going to change. That's already engraved. What I'm interested in, I agree with you. This is going to be amazing for Destiny potentially, but it could also show that Activision is, so far as Destiny fans, we have used Activision as a scapegoat.
Yes.
Anytime that there's a problem, there's a loot crate, there's an issue, oh, Activision getting their hands in it again. How much of it has actually been Bungie?
Yeah.
Because if one thing that makes me think is Activision is known for, hey, we want a yearly game. We want a Destiny 1 on this year, Destiny 2. And obviously Bungie's been having problems keeping up with that schedule. Otherwise, they wouldn't have half-assed a lot of the content. So keeping that in mind, I'm concerned that they're going to go almost the route of World of Warcraft, where we may have 9 to 10 months before we get anything.
Yeah.
Because if they couldn't keep with Activision on their asses getting the content out, that doesn't give me faith they're going to do it solo. Now, maybe they'll change things around, maybe they'll make it work. And I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping there was a lot more behind the scenes than just Activision going, get it out, get it out, get it out. I hope there was a lot more problems going on. Like Activision stating, take 60% of your manpower and do Eververse, and like that kind of a thing. Like they had more of a control as to what was happening. And this is, like you said, is going to be their chance to show us Destiny 2 can be the Destiny that we want.
Yeah.
So by the time Destiny 3 comes out, we are hyped for Destiny 3.
Yeah.
Because if they were to just move on to do Destiny 3 this fall, I don't know, I'd probably wait on it just like I did with Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with it, because
After this season passes over, that is going to be the big test.
Yes.
Because right now they're still going to be doing like the next DLC could just be horrendous. I'm not even going to chalk that up to them because it'll be just like when the DCEU got rid of their entire team, but Justice League was already being made. Mm-hmm. Everything after the DCEU Justice League swap has been good.
Yeah.
So okay, season pass is still Activision phase. What's after that?
Yeah.
And that's going to be if the immediate ones after that. I'm done. I am done. Because I'm like, oh, so it's been you've been screwing up this whole time.
Right.
I'm done.
Yeah, I think they need to show us that they are capable of making it the game we really, really want.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
As far as everything else going on at Activision, what is going on at Activision? Because they're just burning down.
They are not doing well. They are not a healthy company.
They're having problems across the board.
Pretty much everything that Activision has done in like the past 2 years, I want to say, has caused some sort of controversy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially like the Diablo mobile game situation, because they've got all their best people on that.
Our best people are working on mobile games.
Like, it's just a very... I'm curious to see what's going to come out of this investigation, because for all we know, they're going to go in trying to investigate fraud, and they're going to uncover so much more stuff that we're like, hold the phone, like...
I like to meet Elmo. Activision on fire. Use more fire to stop the other fire.
Yeah. That's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah,
That's kind of really what it's.
The fact that you missed
like.
The red dot controversy.
Yeah, it's like there are so many controversies that it's like, hey, did you hear about the new one? Which new one? Like, which controversy are we talking about this week? Because yeah, it's just like the whole Soldier 76 being gay thing, and everyone's making a huge deal about that. It's like, who cares?
I like Spider-Man Slim's comment. EA, worst company of the year. Activision, not this year. Hold my beer. So I think that's a good place to lead us off. Activision burning down. Oh my God, Bungie. I don't know. I'll name it something like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more discussions like this, don't forget, subscribe right here to Eligible Monster to find more Dan. He's over at twitch.tv/DNT Streamer and right here on the Eligible Monster channel. And I am all across the board everywhere. So I hope you guys enjoy. Stick around, and I'll see you next time right here at the Eligible Monster channel.